If you're having a hard time ranking on Google with keywords, it's most likely because you've chosen the wrong types of keywords. Well, what do I mean by that? We all know that you should be picking low competition keywords to be able to rank higher on Google, but low competition means one thing to one website and a totally different thing to another website. And what we call this is the arena that you're able to play in. This is the number one mistake that websites make when they try to rank on Google with keywords and do SEO, is that they try to compete in arenas that they have no business even being in. So I'm going to show you in this video what low competition means to your website and how you can figure out which keywords that you should be targeting to be able to compete and see rankings in Google. So let's go. The arena that you're playing in is the sorts of keywords that your website can win and can actually compete for. And there is a way to actually find this out. And this is the most important step that you need to follow before you start picking keywords to target in your content. Now, just to make it clear, you are going to need to use a paid tool like SEMrush or Ahrefs to be able to figure this out. But what these tools will essentially let you do is to be able to take a look at your website, see what keywords that you're already ranking for and the keyword difficulty average of what those keywords are. This information is so helpful because it'll show you what sorts of keywords you should be targeting. So inside of SEMrush or SEMrush, however you say it, there's a domain overview. And in Ahrefs, this will be similar as well. But we're going to use a test site here just for example purposes to show you how to figure out what sort of arena your website actually lives in. So all you would do is type in the URL into the domain overview. And when you type it in and hit enter, you're going to start seeing some information here. So the most important section that we want to look at here is the organic research section. And we're going to go ahead and click view details. Now inside of here, it is actually showing us all the keywords that our website ranks for. So there is a lot of data here. Your site will probably have a lot of data. And so what you're going to want to do, and this is actually very necessary, is you need to export this data to either a Google Sheet or an Excel file. So here in SEMrush, we're just going to click export here at the top right. And we're going to put this into an Excel format. You could also do it into a CSV, totally up to you. Okay, so I had to open into an Excel file just because I can run some formulas and we can do some quick math to be able to find some averages. But basically what we're trying to do is we're taking a look at the positions that the content is ranking in, and we're also going to be looking at the keyword difficulty. So these are the two most important metrics that we're going to be looking at today. So the idea here is to make some buckets. We want to see what sort of keywords are ranking within the top 3, the top 10, the top 20, top 50, top 100. And so you would use a sheet like this to be able to help you to find the averages. So for example, on this website, there are no keywords ranking in the top 3, but we do have some keywords ranking in the top 5 to 10. So if I wanted to figure out what the average keyword difficulty was of keywords that we were ranking in the top 5 to 10, I'm just going to make a couple of buckets here on the right-hand side. All right, so I've made the buckets here on the right-hand side, and we're just going to do some simple average calculations. So in order to do this, you can do a simple average formula, which is just equals average. And then you can pick the keyword difficulty column. And again, we're doing the bucket of anything that's ranking in the 5 to 10 spot. So I'm just going to click my first cell, and I'm going to click and drag it down to the last spot. And again, we're looking at the keyword difficulty column. This is the column that we care about. And we are going to hit enter. So you can see that the average keyword difficulty that we are ranking for in the spots from 5 to 10 is a keyword difficulty of 33. Now I'm going to go ahead and quickly do this for the other buckets just so you can see. So for the 11 to 20 bucket, we're going to do another average formula. We're going to go to the keyword difficulty column, do the same thing for the 21 to 50, and we'll do it for the last one for the 51 to 100. All right, so you can see after doing my averages that we are ranking, with a keyword difficulty of 33 on keywords that are ranking, in the top 5 to 10 spot, 33 for the 11 to 20 spot, 30 for the 21 to 50 spot, and 47 keyword difficulty for that 51 to 100 bucket. So now that I have these averages, I could actually do one more average of those averages to find out for my site what is the average keyword difficulty that I am actually competing with when I actually win keywords. So we'll just go ahead and do that here with another average calculation. Okay, so you can see that on this test website, a keyword difficulty of 35 is kind of where I sit with my keywords. So now that I have this information, I know that when I look for keywords using SEMrush or Ahrefs, that I want to be targeting keyword difficulty of keywords that are just slightly higher than 35. The reason for this is because this is the arena that my website is able to compete in on Google at this moment in time. Now, as we continue to raise this and we start going after keywords that are just slightly higher than this, over time we're going to start raising our keyword difficulty average. That allows you to move into different arenas. This is so important to look at what your site is ranking for because you're basically seeing what Google is telling you what you can compete for keyword wise. This is why most people stop doing SEO because the wrong types of keywords were chosen from the beginning. This is a problem because you end up wasting a lot of time making content targeting these sorts of keywords, and you waste a lot of money. Now, what if you don't have a program like SEMrush or Ahrefs that shows you the keyword difficulty of keywords so that you can figure this out? Well, don't worry. You can always come to bkacontent.com and we'll give you a free SEO content audit, which looks something like this. In this audit, we'll do exactly what I just showed you and show you the averages of where your website breaks down when it comes to what sorts of keywords you can compete for. Once we have this keyword information, we then come up with a custom content strategy made just for your website to help you to start seeing improvement when it comes to rankings because we're going to pick keywords that you can actually compete with. Not only that, but we're going to actually create and post the content for you every single month and give you reporting to show you the traction that we're able to make. So does actually figuring out the arena that you're able to compete with actually work? What sort of results can you actually see by doing this? Here at BKA Content, this is one of the methodologies that we have followed and we see amazing results. And here's some of the proof. You can see that when we started helping this client, they were only getting about 2,439 visits per month. After following our strategy and only adding 4 blog posts a month, but targeting keywords that they were actually able to compete with, we were actually able to raise this traffic amount to over 8,500 visits a month in the space of only 12 months. That's a 249% increase in traffic, and not just any kind of traffic, intent-based traffic. Now, if you look at the keyword profile, which in our definition is the number of keywords that this website is ranking for, this is where the numbers get insane. When we started helping them, they were only ranking for 938 keywords. At the end of 12 months, by only adding 4 blog posts a month using this strategy that I've shown you, we were able to rank for over 4,000 keywords. That's a keyword profile increase of over 327%. Now that number is extremely impressive when it comes to an overall keyword profile. Now, if we dive just a little bit deeper and we look at the keywords that are ranking in the top 1 to 3 spot on Google, the numbers will blow your mind. When we started writing content for this client, only 5 of our keywords were ranking in the top 1 to 3 spot. At the end of 12 months, we had over 341 keywords that were ranking in the top 1 to 3 spot. That's an insane increase of 6,720% of keywords now ranking in the top 1 to 3 spot. And again, we did this by only posting 4 blog posts a month, but the key is that we first understood the arena that we were playing in and made keyword decisions based on that arena. So how important is it to figure out the arena that you're playing in before you start picking keywords? Well, according to this client, it's a 6,720% difference. By first understanding the arena that you're playing in, you'll be able to make better keyword decisions and be able to target keywords that your website is actually able to compete with. Doing this is going to help you to win more keywords in that 1 to 3 spot, which in turn is going to help you to increase traffic and increase your keyword profile. These two things combined are going to help you to drive more relevant traffic to your website. By following this process, you're going to get way more bang for the buck when it comes to your SEO efforts and your results. I hope this video has been helpful, and if you liked this video, make sure that you hit like, subscribe, so that you can be notified when we put out more helpful content like this. Thanks so much for joining me today, and we'll see you on the next video.